began the video with a series of gestures. Some of them you might have recognized, like this one, maybe even this one. These are what we call emblematic gestures, or more simply, just emblems. This type of gesture has relatively fixed meanings. Indeed, some researchers would say they have dictionary-like definitions. But they also vary cross-culturally. You'll often hear people say that Italians gesture a lot. They might be referring to these emblems because some linguistic communities develop rather elaborate repertoires of these emblematic gestures, like Italians. Mamma mia! We're on the Greek island of Santorini, and I'm not sure what emblematic gestures they have here, but in this particular town called Oya, there are many people who come to take their wedding photos. There are even some Chinese tourists who come to take their wedding photos too, and you will often see them perform this emblematic gesture with their photos. And this can be called the finger heart because it creates a heart, and it's very popular and widespread in China at the moment. But we have very little information about what it means or on how it is used. In order to find out that information, we need to do a gesture study. But what would that involve? So to study a gesture like the finger heart, what you would need to do, first of all, is collect several examples, ideally from real-world situations where people are using this gesture.
Hi， 新宝贝们，我是凯莉，在这里我祝你们新婚快乐，百年好合，永远幸福哦。嗨，新宝贝们，我是凯莉，在这里我祝你们新婚快乐，百年好合，永远幸福哦。
Then you need to analyze how and when it is used in relation to both language, the linguistic forms that it accompanies, and discourse, what people are using those linguistic forms to do in a specific context. Paying attention to how the particular form might vary. There might be multiple variations of a particular emblematic gesture. So what you should do is maybe ask people in the local community what that gesture means to them, perhaps by doing interviews or asking them to produce the gesture and explain what they think it means and when and how they use it.
This是什么？这是什么？
爱心光波 is all the heart.
啊！
爱心光波 is all the heart.
啊！
At least, if you could get some of that information, that would be a good starting point for studying an emblem like the finger heart gesture. Actually, we could do with this kind of information for many different kinds of emblems. There are surprisingly few detailed studies of how people use these gestures in real face-to-face communication settings. I think the idea that they have a dictionary-like definition has done a disservice to the richness and complexity of emblems in face-to-face communication. Well, our plane leaves soon. We're going to savor the last few moments on Santorini and see if we can spot some local emblems. Bye now.